Yes, it is just about that time for lunch. So what we're going to make sure these boards are down, and we're going to head back and we're going to get our lunches and stuff. What do you know about sea turtles? Very endangered. Yes, Bree?
They like the mother goes like on the beach and lays them like under the thing, and then like she lets them live.
So the mother lays the eggs on the beach. That's one.
They're endangered, right?
They are endangered. Some of them are critically endangered. Some of them are threatened. Which there's different levels of being at risk. Yes.
Alligators and sharks, you know?
Yeah, the eggs, right? Or the actual turtles.
They eat the turtles.
Yeah, they do. Sharks do. I don't know
They
about.
try to do marks on their shells.
There's
There's a neck caught out.
Yeah, you can pull that off if you want. So what Cameron was saying was sharks and alligators. It moves. Yes, Ashley.
Okay, they can't put their.
Very good. Not many people know that. They can't. Did you guys know that sea turtles can't pull their whole bodies in their shells? No. And let's look at the differences between a sea turtle and a land turtle. By looking at these, which one is a sea turtle?
The big one.
This one. Which one's a land turtle? Now, what's different about this shell and this shell?
Size.
The color. That one's more flat so it can swim easier, and that one's more round.
What do you call this when something's shaped to help it move through like water? It's an adaptation, that's right. It's also called hydrodynamic. Kind of like how an airplane is aerodynamic.
Yeah, air.
When it deals with water, it's called hydrodynamic. So if you look at its shell, it flattens out, so there's not a lot of room inside the shell, and that makes it move faster. Now, this one is more rounder. Why do you think it's more rounder?
For protection.
Protection, why?
Because like foxes and stuff need it.
So it can go in its shell, so it has more room to go in its shell all the way. And like on land, it's good to go in your shell, right? Because I mean, the dog might come up and try to bite it, but it won't get in. But what if a sea turtle could go in its shell? Would that be helpful for it?
Probably.
Why not? No.
Because inside the water,
Yeah.
too heavy.
So what will happen to it as it
Sink.
would sink? And what do turtles breathe?
Air.
So would that be good then?
No.
No. So it's not a good adaptation to have to go in its shell. So it doesn't need it. So if it's going to get eaten, it's going to get eaten, right? So I'll pass this around. This is a green sea turtle. And why do you think it's called a green sea turtle?
Because it's green. Because it's skin.
At least the sea.
Skin's green, but like other turtles are green, right? Why do you think this one is called a green one?
It eats plants.
That's exactly right. It eats plants. So the fat, the muscle, all of that stuff is green. So these turtles are called green sea turtles because, and they're actually out here, they're pretty good. I mean, I don't eat sea turtles, but my Hawaiian family, they had my great grandma. She's actually eaten sea turtle before, so yeah, that's before they knew that they're endangered and stuff.
It got injured right there.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. All right, so the next turtle I want to talk about. Who's seen this design before?
I have.
Where have you seen it before? I'm sorry? A cheetah? Yeah, a cheetah kind of looks like this. Who's heard of the tortoiseshell design? Who's had glasses or hair? This is where it comes from. And like hundreds of years ago, they used to kill these turtles exclusively. Actually, even today, poachers do it. But they used to kill these creatures purposefully just to get their shell. So they would catch the turtle, they would rip off its carapace, which is what you call the shell, carapace. They would strip it off, then they throw the rest of the turtle back in. Look what's on the back here. What is this?
It's fine.
So what, do you think it survived?
No.
No, it didn't survive at all. So you think that was a great thing to do?
Definitely no.
But it still happens today, and poachers try to kill these guys. Now, what do you think gives this shell its color?
Oh, like the rock, like the water with the sun.
That's a good guess. The weathering, okay. The sun? They probably contribute a little bit, but it gets this color by what it eats. So by looking at this, what do you think it might eat?
Trees,
And stuff, maybe.
like
These guys live near coral reefs.
coral.
No, they probably don't eat coral, but they eat sponges. You guys know what sponges are, right? Like SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, they eat sponges, and that's what gives them this color, but it also makes them poisonous. So this, I think the only sea turtle that is poisonous to eat. Not that you would want to eat them, but because the sponges have silica in them, which is the same stuff that's in glass. So I'll pass this one around. If you put it up to the light, you can see through it like that. All right, the next turtle I like to talk about is this one. Now, what do you think?
Snappy.
This is not a snapping turtle.
Oh, is
That's
that
a leather
big one up there? That one's funny.
Tortoise.
Raise your hand. Do you think it's a land turtle or a sea turtle?
Sea turtle.
The sea turtle. It is a sea turtle. Does anyone know what kind?
Aren't the leatherbacks the big cute?
Leatherbacks are the largest. This isn't a leatherback. Leatherbacks get larger than this. This is a loggerhead sea turtle.
Logger.
Who's heard of a loggerhead sea turtle? Heard of loggerhead? Well, they can get up to like 700 pounds. Huge.
How much are that one?
This one probably weighed about 300 or 400 pounds. This is an average size. Huh?
How big is leatherback?
Ooh, I'll get to that in just a minute. That's one of my favorite things to talk about. So look at this spine on this. This one actually died in Taco Island, which is about an hour south of here. Oh, cool. So you've been there. There's a turtle rescue hospital there.
Yeah.
This turtle died there, unfortunately. But loggerheads were called loggerheads because sailors, hundreds of years ago, used to see something floating in the water. This is a loggerhead skull. And this thing, it was really dark and green and brown. It would be like this, floating in the water as it's getting air. So if you looked really far and you saw something just bobbing like that, what would you think it is?
A log.
A log. So like, hey, mateys, there's a logger over there. There's a log over there. Losing my way. But it wasn't a log. It was a sea turtle, a loggerhead. Their heads are bigger than most of the other turtles. So that's also why they have a big log head. So we talked about adaptations a little bit in last class, right? Well, one of the coolest adaptations, I think, is its ability to bite down. I want you guys to bite with your teeth, like that, and then feel the muscle on the side of your cheek. Go ahead and feel it. Relax your jaw and bite again. Just feel it flexing. You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I were to stick my finger in your mouth, would you be able to bite it off?
No.
If you really wanted to.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure you could.
No. Now you're fine.
How about if you put your finger in my mouth, would I be able to bite it off?
Maybe.
Probably.
But if you bite it on the right spot, if you like it right there, like joint, you would be able to.
Yeah, so I
like
would-
bite it right there, no.
Maybe. I mean, I would chew on it. I would probably crush it, right?
Ew.
Okay, let's stop talking about you eating your finger. So that muscle's about this round, right? Maybe about that long. You see these two holes in the back of the loggerhead skull? Guess what goes in there?